Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got Boston playing against Toronto. With Grant Hill and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now the starting group for the visitors. Siakam is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Dennis Schroeder is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. And for Boston, Jason Tatum out there with LeBron James. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Shepherd in at the point guard position. Anunoby against Doncic. Pass to James. Back to Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Here's Pirtle. Back to Schroeder. Driving to the basket. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Schroeder. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by James. Horford outside. Pass to James. And here's Doncic. Anunoby covering. Now Tatum takes the 3. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Siakam with it. Now Schroeder. Anunoby finds Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Lobs it up. Deflected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Just over a minute and a half in. Here's Doncic. The kick to Tatum. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Tatum's got 6 points.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. Barnes against James, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And Grant, you look at the longevity of Horford's career. He's done a great job reinventing himself.
You know, B.A., he added the 3 to his game once he hit 30, and that has extended his career by changing how he plays. He still can be an X factor on any given night.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Screen by Horford. Lets it go from deep. Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Anunoby for 3. Tatum pulls it in. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocks down the long J.
Well, Tatum has such a natural talent for shooting. Pulling up on a dime is no problem for him.
And Toronto calls time here.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Siakam with it. Barnes with it. Picked up by Tatum. Will it go? Siakam, no good. And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've got a 9-point lead. The shot by James, no good. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Now here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely. Here's Schroeder. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The blazing speed of Dennis Schroeder enabling him to keep the defense off balance.
So it's both teams making substitutions here, and both free throws good for Schroeder. Did you know that Jakob Poeltl's parents were both elite volleyball players?
I guess, B.A., that makes a lot of sense. Another game where height and reach are a factor. So this is where he gets those instincts.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Achua comes in for Schroeder.
What a way to begin this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And there's James on the assist by Curry.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Now here's Poeltl. Yet to see a basket. Tries again. Horford pulls it in. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Curry. There's the three. He drops it from range. Curry's got 6.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3-ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Now here's Achua. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And the free throw, no good. In transition, here's Richardson. Curry passes to Mitchell, over Trent. And it's Mitchell, the miss. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Houston Rockets up by 11. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And for Toronto, Siakam and Achua down low at the 4 and the 5. Gary Trent is out there with Thaddeus Young. And it's Dick in at the small forward position. Drops in the 3.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Young finds Siakam. Over to the wing. Here's Dick. The rebound by Cummings. Doncic with it, and it's Young picking him up. Launches it, and Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 5 points.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll be a second foul of the game. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Schroeder comes in for Young. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Anunoby on the wing, guarded by Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Anunoby can't get it to go. And Doncic has got the ball here for Boston. A 17-point lead, their biggest. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Achua.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Stephen Curry. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Anunoby on the wing. Trent outside. Shot clock at 6. And here's Schroeder outside. And he can't get that one.
If he keeps taking shots from that far out, I think the coaching staff might just find a spot for him on the bench.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
Tatum from long range gets the 3 to fall.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Pirtle's checked in for Achua. Here's Siakam to stop the run. Nice D from Tatum.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Toronto with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Pass to Trent. To the wing on the left. Schroeder against Tatum. Schroeder can't get it to go. Schroeder's gone 1 for 4 from the field. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. There's Tatum with the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Toronto calls time here. Scotty Barnes checked in for Siakam. A minute 53 left in the first half. Doncic against Trent. A step back shot. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You can count on Pirtle to play with energy, and this time it pays off with the second chance points.
From deep, here's Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Okay, Smitty, I don't want to make you feel old, but we both played against Gary Trent's dad.
Well, Grant, I'm not. But seriously, Gary Sr. was a 6'8 post, Gary Jr. a 6'5 shooter. They have different games, but both Trents are great competitors, Grant.
Now here's Schroeder. Anunoby for 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
OG's a tricky cover, has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
And he's good on the first of 3. One advantage for this team, OG Anunoby's versatility defensively.
BA, OG has got the size and length to match up against anyone. He takes a no-nonsense approach, and he's active. He looks to disrupt.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston.
When you talk about OG Anunoby, here's a guy who gets better every season, works hard on his game.
Here's James, and slam dunk by James.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And the shot's good.
The paint is where Barnes is most dangerous. He attacks without hesitation.
Outside Tatum. 4-3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. There's Tatum with the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 tonight, and the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. The Houston Rockets delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
We've got Jason Tatum. He's out there with Al Horford. Luka Doncic is out there with LeBron James. And it's Shepherd in at the point. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. It's an 18-point game. Outside Anunoby. Fires for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Doncic.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
No good on that one. And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. Here's Shepherd, covered by Schroeder. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, the savvy of Horford on display. Just tremendous passing as a big.
Here's Toronto with the ball. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Here's Shepherd, covered by Schroeder. Tatum, a screen on Schroeder. Pass to Tatum. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Tatum's gone 5 for 13 tonight from the floor. Anunoby passes to Schroeder. Siakam with it. Back to Schroeder. Now here's Barnes. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Barnes has gone 2 of 5 tonight. Pass to Shepherd. Doncic against Pirtle. Doncic passes to Tatum. Hits a 3-pointer. Tatum's got 18.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
And Toronto calls time here. Here's Toronto with the ball. Outside Barnes. Knocked away and out of bounds. Boston will have it. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Tatum. That won't go either for Tatum. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Doncic against Anunoby. Now here's Schroeder. Tightly guarded. Anunoby finds Pirtle. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Off with the layup. Tatum looking it over. From downtown, Barnes with the rebound. Well, there was a lot of hype around Scotty Barnes when he came out. Smitty, does Rookie of the Year quiet those nerves, you think?
I think so, B.A. Not only did Barnes know he belonged, he proved it, and he's only getting better.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 18. Takes a three. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Pirtle with the bucket.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
And Boston calls time here. Curry, he's checked in for Boston. 1:44 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Tatum, Pirtle with the block. And here's Doncic outside. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Horford's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's something that Doncic wants to keep improving. Good to see him firing away from distance.
Now here's Pirtle. He's got 6. Pirtle with a screen on Doncic. Trent for 3. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The 3 from Curry. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got 9 points.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's Schroeder. The rebound by Cummings. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Outside Tatum. Here's the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Schroeder against Curry. Here's Trent. The rebound by Cummings. The 3. Doncic. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the hustle from Doncic, a winning player?
Schroeder against Curry. Trent outside. It's Barnes on the wing. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Dick. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. And so it's Boston up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter. Quarter upon us. Time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Curry will bring it up for Boston. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. So for the Raptors right now, Siakam and Achua down low at the 4 and the 5. Thaddeus Young out there with Gary Trent. And it's Dick in at the 3. Here's Young. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Stephen Curry. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assist.
Now here's Curry. Let's go with a 3. And Young pulls it down.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Young inside. He's covered by Curry. They get it back. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Now here's Mitchell. Buries it from 3.
Sharp from beyond the arc. Donovan Mitchell showing them how it's done.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Pirtle's checked in for Young. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Achua passes to Dick. Back to Achua. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Ja Morant, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
And here's Morant outside. That shot off. Here's Dick, guarded by Richardson. From 13, Siakam, no good.
A little hesitant. Maybe he thought the D was tighter on him than it really was.
The 3 from Mitchell. It's rebounded by Dick. Here's Achua. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
The ball goes to the away team. On the floor for the away team, Scotty Barnes. OG.
2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Anunoby finds Barnes.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Jason Richardson. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
And here's Schroeder outside. He can't get that one to fall.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now here's Schroeder. Shoots over Morant. Pirtle with the bucket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Morant against Schroeder. Morant, the pass to Mitchell. Pass to Cummings. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Morant fires the 3. And Anunoby pulls it down.
In the game, 2 minutes.
Outside Schroeder. Back to Anunoby. Schroeder against Morant. And here's Siakam from deep. No luck on that one. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Villanueva. That one rolls around and rims out. Here's Toronto with the ball. Anunoby passes to Barnes. Pirtle with the ball. Left side Barnes. Good D by Richardson. Barnes is gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%.
As the point guard, this is Ja's responsibility. Nice job finding the open man.
And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Charity stripe shot. The rebound by Villanueva. Boston on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Villanueva. Now Morant from outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish. You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
The 3 from Mitchell. It's not going to go for him. Anunoby against Mitchell. Anunoby passes to Schroeder. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Anunoby. The 3 is up. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
And we have seen OG become a volume three-point shooter because he has a nice touch from that spot. That was a clever move, slicing his way past the taller defender and finishing with some flavor.
And here's Schroeder. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed.
Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2. A lot of power on display in the front court tonight in our matchup. Brent, should be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it may not be about the outside shooting in this one either. These teams like to involve that front court and catch the defense.
A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. They love it's the NBA on. We'll have to keep our.
Here is the starting lineup.
Well, Grant, we're still early on in the season here, but you feel like you've got a good sense of these teams yet?
Absolutely no. I mean, it's too early right now to tell. Now, some teams are still kind of coming into their.
Hello and welcome to a great night of hoops. And tonight, a little more. Well, Richard, you played for 8 different teams, so early on, what's it like adapting to a new club? New players, new chemistry, new everything.
Well, 8, man, that is a lot. But look, at the end of the day, the one thing that you learn is that it's just the basketball. And the faster you can figure out your teammates in the system, the more success you and your team will have.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The post tandem, it's Johnson and Claxton. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Thomas. And it's Bridges. Good! Another from 3.
And he's hit thousands of threes in this league.
Inching closer and closer to 5th place on the career triples list. Passes it to Thomas. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
Yeah, it was a narrow win, but in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Well, give them credit for being the aggressors and seeking out the content. Did a great job of baiting the starters into fouling them.
Claxton uses both hands to slam it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Tatum against Johnson. And it's Jason Tatum with a 3.
See, this is what I like about Tatum and the way he uses the pick. That extra room is all he needed and just knocks down the shot.
Bridges outside. Pulls it from the elbow. And Tatum pulls it down.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Here's Pritchard. Off target with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Thomas. Now Claxton, guarded by Tatum. Bridges inside. Lays it up off the glass.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
And Lillard kicks to Tatum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Tatum's got 6.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Schroeder against Lillard. And it's Bridges at the elbow. Shot left block. That shot no good. Celtics leading by 5. And while we see a number of players get hurt during the season, Richard, Mikal Bridges has remained very durable.
He's just an old-school player. That's what they used to do. If you were healthy, you played in every single game, and he's found ways to stay healthy.
Nobody near Schroeder. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. It really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
And the first timeout call of the game for Brooklyn. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Lillard against Schroeder. Kicks to Thomas. Pass to Claxton. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Lillard, the pass to Pritchard. Lets the 3 fly. Bridges with the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Schroeder against Brown. Johnson outside. The tray. Drills it from outside.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
The pass to Pritchard. The 3 from Tatum. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Schroeder finds Johnson. Out to Bridges. There's the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Nets trail by 7. The shot's good from Claxton.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Lillard kicks to Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lillard against Schroeder. Johnson outside. From deep. The rebound by the Celtics. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Bridges a screen on Tatum. Johnson finds Bridges. And Thomas has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup is good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Tatum with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Lillard from outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Damian Lillard, 3rd.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Schroeder passes to Thomas. To the inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Nets trail by 10.
1 minute left in the first half of basketball. Bull out there with Grayson Allen. Then it's Drew Eubanks. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Booker in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Holiday finds Brown. Inside. And MP with a basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
When you talk about what it means to dominate, MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Now here's Brown. He's got 6. Smart with the bucket.
Well, MP just has this innate ability to put the ball in the hoop. And we're seeing that firsthand in this one.
Booker against Holiday. Now here's Booker. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 5.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Boston firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
You look at the Celtics holding steady at the 2 spot. I wonder how they feel about that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the power rankings, about equal to a half a cup of coffee.
Well, if it's going to keep them up, I have a product that should put them to sleep. I got all the products, baby.
And now reviewing that first half of our featured game, it's been a spectacular showing from MP.
Man, MP is putting on a show. He's taking over all those skills. How about them apples, Shaq?
The man's a beast flexing. As for apples, maybe they're in an apple pie. Get it?
Thanks for tuning in. Now,
Scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
All right, Grant, I'm going to ask you to put on your executive hat now. Tell us what the key is to establishing culture at an NBA organization.
Ooh, BA. Culture, structured accountability. It's about getting the right group of guys, having strong leadership. And of course, it only works if the coaches and players fully buy in.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're forwards. MP is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Sends it home from three-point land.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Pass to Booker. Traffic and lays it in. Booker's got 14 points for the game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Celtics have terrific depth. They have a number of reserves who could start for other teams. All-star Jason Tatum said those guys sacrificing coming off the bench, I think that just speaks volumes to the commitment that we have to be our best and to playing to our standard every night. Brian?
That's what it takes, Allie, right? Thank you. You know, Grant, thinking back to those 2021 finals, the Suns coming so close to their first championship.
Think about it, BA. Phoenix had a 2-0 lead over the Bucks, but Giannis then decided to take over. And still, I think that taste of the finals was great for Devin Booker and the Suns. And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Another one falls. Amazing.
A historic 50-point night. What a streak he's on.
With this performance, he now has the longest streak of 50-point games in NBA history. Durant, pass to Eubanks, and he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
On the pick and roll, you almost have to play Durant to shoot, but his ability to create opportunities for others is also elite.
Tatum from long range. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Durant. Jacks up a three. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Holiday. To the inside. Here's MP. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. MP's got 53 points.
Brushing off the contact on the way to the rim. MP is fantastic at staying in control.
Booker against Holiday. Booker no good. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. Brown passes to MP. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Foul. Shooting for Boston, MP.
You have to admire MP's obvious love for the game. This guy just wants to get out there and play hard.
Holiday against Booker. Out to Gordon. Back to Booker. They need this. Some solid defense from Holiday. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Smart.
It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And tonight we've got the Las Vegas Aces playing against the Seattle Storm. With Brian Banafatemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us. And here in the early stages of the regular season, do you think the pecking order is set, or can things still flip around?
Well, I think usually the teams that are winning now will continue to win games. Yeah, that's some very in-depth analysis. And the teams that lose will continue to lose. But a lot of things can happen in terms of maybe transactions going forward.
Yeah, you got trades, development, injuries. They're all a part of it. And then you got to get through the regular season in one piece. And that is a big part of the challenge.
Ogumake sets a screen. Lloyd from long range. And again, Seattle with the triple.
As her stellar career has progressed, we've seen Lloyd take more threes, improve that aspect of her game.
Now here is Queen. Covered by Lloyd. Queen misses.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but she just didn't have it in her right there.
Smith's shot is off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get her off balance.
Pulls up, high post. Queen, shot is good. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Outside Lloyd. She sinks the 11-footer.
A section of her game she has really worked on. Nneka sees the floor well, sets others up.
Now here is Queen. They set a pick. Shot from the top of the key, and it's good. 2 points.
She's fortunate that that shot found the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Magbegor. Lloyd. From the high post. They grab their own miss. Montpremier can't hit. Here's Queen. There's the three. The rebound by Montpremier. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ogumake outside. Pass to Diggins Smith. Fires the three. Wilson pulls it down. Las Vegas trailing. And here's Queen. There's a screen for three. She can't get that one to fall.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
Now here's Magbegor. Screen by Magbegor. Lloyd from long range. Not happening that time. Her second miss in 5 shots. And here are the aces now. Now Queen. From deep. Mark that as her 5th miss in 7 shots. Drafted in 2020 out of Australia, Ezzy Magbegor had quite the rookie season.
She was just 20 at the time, helping Seattle to the Wubble title. And with each year in the league, Magbegor's really made strides, turning into one of the top shot blockers in the W.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gray outside. Queen with the screen. Shoots over Diggins Smith. Pass to Queen. And so it looks like the Aces will retain possession here.
A nice play to get.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. From past the arc, drains it from beyond the arc.
And if you leave anyone that wide open, you're just asking them to punish you, and they did there.
Outside Whitcomb. Pass to Vivians. Ogumake with the ball. Here's Whitcomb. Second shot opportunity. She gets it in there.
They've dialed up their activity this quarter, and we're seeing them convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
The hustle underneath is paying off in a big way. Their coach has to be happy about this.
Some bonus points.
Shots good by Cannon.
Terrific job to convert the putback. She stayed with that play from start to finish, and that's something we say about her a lot.
Montpremier can't hit.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
From the arc. The shot, no good.
The shot's just not dropping for her today.
Outside Whitcomb. Fires for three. Drops in the tray.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Jackie Young on the wing. Outside Plum. Drills it from outside.
Well, tough start scoring, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, they seem to have taken the lid off the basket, gaining a little bit of confidence.
See if they can keep rolling.
Now here's Whitcomb. She's got 9. And it's Queen with the foul. That's her first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Outside Lloyd. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Aces. Pass to Queen. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Las Vegas.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Now here is Lloyd. She's got 8. Beyond the arc. And the Storm miss again.
She's cooled down a little bit after burying those 2 threes in the first quarter.
Here's Queen. And again, it's Las Vegas.
They're playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in the first quarter, didn't shoot it well at all, but they didn't get discouraged. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Lloyd up top. Queen covering. Pass to Whitcomb. They need this. Out to Ogumake. The tray. Offensive board. Mangiadu. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. Queen with the ball. 12 points for her. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Las Vegas.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Here's Mangiadu. Ogumake up top. To the inside. And Lloyd gets it to go.
Well, she's never one of the taller players in the lane, but Lloyd's crafty moves help her get buckets down low.
And 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Queen's shot is good.
She is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead. If they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
I mean, that's got to be what they're aiming for here, right?
Let's hope.
Now here is Lloyd. She's covered closely. And there's a pick for three. And the three ball is good.
And Lloyd is a proficient three-point shooter, which is probably why she takes these in bunches.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. Aces ahead. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And it's been a back-and-forth game with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter getting started here. Queen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the three ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. There's a screen. Fires from deep. Stokes controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Second chance buckets, they're always the result of hard work.
Seattle trailing here. Ogumake outside. Screen by Magbagor. Pass to Lloyd. Shot on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Neko Ogumake.
Yeah, Lloyd is simply rolling right now. She can really run up the scoreboard when she's feeling it.
Here's Queen. Bangs home the trifecta.
She can be forgotten in their offense sometimes, but the D, you got to keep an eye on her still.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Outside Lloyd. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. And here's the fast break. Here's Queen. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
They're doing some work here in the second half. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Now here's Diggins-Smith. Gray defending. Lloyd from long range. Connects from three-point range.
Decisive. It's a quality for any good shooter. Lloyd has it. Just get the ball, fire away.
Smart. Off target with the 3. Ogumake outside. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Down low. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
What a play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Now here is Queen. She's got 23. Lets it go from deep. Cans it from downtown.
She got loose from three-point range in the first half and showing signs here in the second.
Here's Diggins-Smith. Pass to Lloyd. The 3. It's rebounded by Young. And the Aces with possession. Leading by 5. Now here is Queen. Defense right on her. Out to Gray. Queen. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Out to the right wing. Offensive rebound. Wilson with the bucket.
Simply tenacious on the O boards. Wilson attacks the loose ball with the intent of putting it back in the hoop.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Lloyd. Magbagor. Pass to Diggins-Smith. Launches it. The basket good off the assist from Nneka Ogwumike.
The three ball is really the basis for Diggin Smith's game. When she hits them, it forces the D to spread out even more.
Smart. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Diggin Smith. She has 5. And Montpremier gets it to go.
Yeah, always aware of what's happening on the court. Ogwumike keeps her teammates engaged.
Timeout called the Aces. And the Aces making... And here's Whitcomb. Pass to Vivians. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
They have officially come all the way back in a game that at one point looked to be over.
I didn't think they had enough time to make it back, Tim, but here they are, and now they've got to feel like they're in the driver's seat, and we're sitting shotgun. She has really pummeled these defenders today, no matter who has been on her.
To take the lead. Rebound by the Aces. Pass to Plum. Queen. Now Cannon. Lets the three fly. Queen misses. And it's the Storm on the break. Here's Whitcomb. Chelsea Gray with some nice defense. Here's Las Vegas. 2-point game. Queen's shot is good.
Some big shots for her here in the fourth. She's been locked in offensively.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Back to Lloyd. From downtown, buries it from three-point range.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
Timeout called the Aces. And just about over 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Wilson the screen. To the right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Diggin Smith. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Queen. The Aces with another miss. Outside Diggin Smith. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Lloyd. Clock at 6. Back to Diggin Smith. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Aces leading. Let's go with a 3. Queen misses. Lloyd with it. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Chelsea Gray. And the Aces with possession. Smart. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next. That one on Diggin Smith. The first one falls. That one misses, so she goes 1 for 2.
Her one miss there could be important. There's a big difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead.
Here's Ogwumike, and she hits it to tie up the game.
Love the competitive energy from Nneka Ogwumike. Plays hard and wins her team a much-needed basket. The defender a little hesitant to get in her way as she bursts to the hoop. I'm not sure what was going on there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Diggin Smith with the screen. Pass to Lloyd to take the lead. Drains the three-pointer.
Huge bucket. Remember, Lloyd is someone who has played a national championship game in WNBA finals at such a young age. She's seen this moment. She's prepared for this moment.
Now here is Queen. They get the rebound. And that one's good. Stokes.
Perseverance, it always pays off on the offensive glass.
And the Storm with possession. Outside Lloyd. And she makes good on the layup.
Those 2 points, almost a sure thing, and they're able to get the ball inside to that position.
The Aces trailing. Wilson sets a screen. Now here is Queen. Covered by Lloyd. Here's Queen. And a miss there on the triple.
And she's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. And with time running out, I think it's time for her to try something else.
What a bucket. Jewel Lloyd asks for the ball in these situations. Such a rare quality.
Wilson, right side. Pass to Queen. Puts up a three. Nails it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Strong awareness from Wilson. She knows that opponents lock in on her, so she's happy to dish and keep her teammates involved.
Here's Diggins-Smith. Now here is Lloyd. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Here's Queen. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
Well, they had the foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Well, at least they're stopping the clock, Tim. That's not the worst-case scenario for them. Well, they should be in front right now, but she'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty.
Time called here. Here the Storm decide to talk it over. Here is Lloyd. Defense is right there. Takes the three. It's money from deep.
I tell you, she loves getting looks like that from three-point range. Just nobody near her.
Here's Queen. It's good. Oh, that is an enormous three-pointer.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Outside Lloyd.
Out. Jewel Lloyd taking ankle.
Timeout called the Aces. What's your take, guys?
With under 2 seconds remaining, you've got to hurry it up. Get the ball up quickly and take one dribble and get it up to the rim.
Here's Queen. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so the big win by Seattle in a tight game. What a Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Las Vegas Aces playing against the Los Angeles Sparks. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. This could be a terrific game. We've got two of the most up-tempo teams in the league.
These are my favorite types of games. They're very similar in terms of style, and it's not just about running the floor. It's about defensive intensity, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so often these battles between fast-paced teams boil down to who plays better transition defense.
Pass to Queen.
Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, Young is such an effective ball handler. Spots the wide-open shooter and passes the rock.
Here's Talbot.
To the inside. Here's Parker. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. First quarter play, 1 minute played. Outside Young.
Pass to Queen.
Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Sparks.
Outside Clarendon. The kick out to Parker.
Talbot, there's the three. No luck on that one. Goes up from the top of the key.
Rebounded by Parker.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Clarendon. That's good, and it's Candace Parker with the assist.
You know, over the second half of her career, Parker's assist numbers have increased significantly, thanks in large part to her savvy.
Queen shot is good.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Here's Talbot. To the middle.
Lexi Brown on the wing.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Parker with the screen.
Here's Brown. Again, the Sparks good for 2.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Outside Young.
Pass to Queen.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Gray outside. Queen. She's covered by Brown.
Drills the three-pointer. And that'll tie this game up.
Consistently keeping her teammates involved and engaged. Gray's willingness to move the ball is contagious.
And it's out of bounds. The Sparks able to retain possession here.
The 8th.
Down low. Kaliman, good.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
And here's Queen. She's got 9.
Pass to Gray. Here's Plum. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6.
Queen with the screen. Cannon.
And the Aces, another 3.
You know, some players you can give that shot to, but let me be clear. She is not one of them.